This won't take that long. Greetings, everyone. It's Rickzilla here, and I hope everyone's having a special Mother's Day. I know I am, which is why I'm doing this video response to one of ShannyforChrist's recent escapades. It has come to my attention that Shanny is now accusing the UnHoly Spackle and Nate Brody for not believing Steve McCrae's girlfriend when she said that she would rather hang out with a rapist than talk to them. And of course, we all know that Shanny loves to tailgate people like Steve McCrae, Von Helton, G-Man, Foodie Booty, Amberlynn Reed, and all these other idiots that the internet would like to make fun of. And when it comes to people like Shanny, you know that painted idiocy will ensue. So, let's begin.
Zup.
Yeah. This has become a common trope. Sorry, forgot that word again. This is a common trope with ShannyforChrist, is her unkept, messy, frizzy hair. I know the boys at the geek room would always make fun of her because they say she doesn't bathe, which I am quick to believe. And it's probably because she is too damn lazy and too damn fat to even get out of bed to even practice normal hygiene. I know that sounds harsh, but F it. I'm going with this.
ShannyforChrist here.
It's probably dandruff she's got.
Hey, Spackle. I have some news for you. I find it awfully concerning, a lot more concerning than me calling Gary Moore the N-word after him saying he was going to rob my ass.
He wasn't really going to rob you, Shanny. He was going to take you to court over the incident where you evicted him from Rev's old place because he used the money you gave him on Blog Talk Radio.
I find it concerning that you stick up for men. As you say, you're a feminist. You stick up for men who tell women that they weren't really raped.
Okay, the story behind this is that Steve McCrae's girlfriend, whose name escapes me at this point, said to Nate Brody that she would rather hang with a serial rapist than to talk to her. And Spackle and Nate find it odd that she would say something like that.
As a feminist, you stick up for men who tell women that they weren't really raped. Someone who says they're a lawyer.
Nate Brody is a lawyer. He's confirmed this on the Geek Room's Salt Mine as well. Sorry. Sorry if I pause. That's usually my thing.
That's who you stick up for as a feminist, not the women who were victimized and treated like shit.
Rev is coughing in the background in case you're wondering.
AKA Steve McCrae's girlfriend.
We all know she supports Steve McCrae. We all know that she's a clout chaser. And we also know that Steve McCrae doesn't want anything to do with ShannyforChrist because he says and he knows that she is mentally unstable. And he is ripe for disavowing her. Sorry.
Telling her that she wasn't raped, saying that she's lying about it over some fucking petty internet drama.
It's not confirmed whether or not Steve McCrae's girlfriend was raped, but again, this is Shanny projecting. Her mother had confirmed in a video she made addressed to Shanny's ex-husband, Chris, that something happened to her when she was 16 years old.
I think I'd be a little bit more concerned about that. Why you, as a feminist, is sticking up for the man and not the woman being victimized and being treated like shit by the man because he wants to abuse the woman and shove her sexual assault in her fucking face.
Spackle didn't really say that. Really. Again, she's concerned that Steve McCrae's girlfriend would say something really stupid, then talk to Nate.
I find that concerning, Deidre. A little bit more than something that happened way over a year ago.
Deidre is Speckle's real name.
And something me and Gary Moore corrected.
Again, G-Man is trying to put you on his quote-unquote docket for the people that he is trying to take to court. Because, yes, G-Man is petty as F. So Shanny. But Shanny's worse. And also, G-Man likes to suck up to Shanny because Shanny gives money to him. Rev's money.
But you little girl, you stick up for men who victimize women and tell women they weren't raped when they were raped.
She's just projecting at this point. And, yeah, when she called Speckle a feminist, she's one to talk because even though she does look like the stereotypical third wave feminazi, you know, those obese, ugly looking SJW type people, she is far from being a feminist. Shanny is far from being a feminist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't being a feminist considered a choice? Isn't the idea of feminism a choice?
That's who you stick up for, Miss Feminist.
You're not a feminist, Shanny. Don't worry about the noise in the background. Supper time is almost ready. Which is why I'm trying to make this video short.
How about you slam some more booze down your throat, Deidre? How about that, girl?
Shanny is not a feminist. She may look like one, but she is not one. She's insane.
You want to come to me? You want to come to me and be like, oh, look who's bonding. Why? You motherfuckers like to throw other women's rapes in their face and tell them that it didn't happen. Who the fuck do you think you are? And you want to call yourself a feminist? You don't stick up for the female. You're sticking up for the man. And you know what, Deidre? I think you feel really guilty about it.
Yeah. This is just being petty as F. And again, Shanny is not a feminist. She might have the appearance of a feminist. Well, third wave feminazi. But she's not a feminist.
And that's why you're trying to silence me.
She likes to project. This is a cycle for her. This is a common trope for her.
When all I was doing was like, oh, wow, they do the same thing to me.
Yeah. Shanny's mom, Betty, has confirmed that Shanny was sexually assaulted when she was 16, and it effed her up completely. And that's why she's acting like this. Because she has a tendency to not let go of the past. It's a perpetual cycle for her. She is stuck in that mindset. You know, that victimhood mindset. It's messed up.
That they do to her for no reason other than starting up stupid petty drama.
Look who's talking.
That's why you made that comment to my husband.
Rev is not your husband at this point. I would like to see any receipts or certificates that confirm your marriage, but I wouldn't consider Rev your husband. He's more of your puppet at this point because he always agrees with you 24/7. Every time you make a video, you would hear him in the background agreeing with you. I mean,
And my husband, he knows better.
he's not your husband, Shanny. It's a prolonged engagement. If he was your husband, I would like to see the receipts of or authenticity of marriage.
He knows better.
No, he doesn't.
He knows who I am as a person. You don't.
We all do, because you post that stuff on the internet on a daily basis. You post sensitive information about how you are a horrible, horrible human being. Hell, I wouldn't even call you human. You're just a shadow of a person who is feeding on hatred. Abject hatred. I mean, you're just some shadow creature that feeds on hatred and negativity.
You've never given me a chance. Ever.
No one asked you about your sexual assault, Shanny. But your mother confirmed it happened. In fact, I think I did like a stream where I did a reaction to Shanny's mother's video on you. And I know it's old, but I figured it would be relevant so I could get to know the person who is Shanny.
Ever to get to know me as a
Okay.
person. Instead, you went along with the moron brigade.
There's Shanny forgetting to use the G's at the end of every word. Because, again, this is a common trope to the Geek Room where Shanny would forget to use the G at the end of every sentence. Like, whenever she says, like, instead of saying wrong, it's Ron. Instead of saying along, it's Alon. A lot of people who are in the Geek Room community have joked. Forget about the noise, folks. This dinner's almost ready. Anyway, Shanny would pronounce words differently because the Geek Room made this joke that she's saving up her G's for calling G-Man the N-word.
You went along with what was popular at the time instead of what was right at the time. You decide to go and deny your brothers and sisters in Christ and
I don't think Deidre is a Christian. She could be a theist. Or, yeah, probably an atheist.
treat them like horrible shit just so you get popularity points.
She does this with anyone who doesn't buy her story. Whenever some YouTuber or someone in the Geek Room community would talk about a certain topic that involves a person that Shanny follows, she'll throw a bitch fit over the most trivial things.
With a group of people who literally harass people by using the law against them, by using any means necessary, deceptive means.
She is just projecting at this point. And it's not the people in the Geek Room, it's the people who follow them, who contact CPS to get their kids removed because they know that Shanny is a horrible mother. And they're more concerned about the kids' safety and well-being than hers. And of course, she did get arrested several times. Hell, her parents called the police on her on one Christmas Eve when she was acting belligerent. I think this was the time she was dating Rev at the time.
Saying there's someone they're not in order to gain information from you so they can find where you live, so they can track you, so they can try to rob your property.
She's projecting. And again, G-Man wasn't trying to get information from Shanny. No, G-Man was trying to take Shanny to court over some petty argument they had in the past. And this was about the time when Shanny gave G-Man money for his phone, but he used it for Blog Talk Radio. And she was upset about that. And she had him evicted from Rev's old place.
That's what you guys do.
No, Shanny. We don't go around threatening people with COVID-19. We don't go around calling people the N-word to spite them. And we don't go around mocking the death of someone. Or we don't make fun of Charlie Gold getting arrested, which never happened, by the way.
'Cause you did it to me.
It's your own damn fault, Shanny.
And I don't want it to happen to anyone else, because it almost killed me from it happening to me.
Again, you posted that information out there. We just followed suit.
But that's who you stick up for. That's who you stick up. You stick up for men, and you claim you're a feminist?
You're not a feminist either, Shanny.
Who deny women their rapes when they're not even in their life.
I hate when she doesn't sentence structure. Ah, crap. Now I'm doing it.
They don't even know who they are. That's who you stick up for, Deidre. That's who your boss is. You're not a believer in Christ. You're a liar.
She's not even a Christian. She's a theist. I don't know if Spackle ever talked about Christianity. She could be an atheist at this point, hence the name UnHoly.
You're accuser of the brethren.
Accuser of the brethren. Oh my god. Yeah. Shanny does have some sort of abortive cult personality. And she does lead an abortive cult, which only comprises of 3 followers. which is herself, Rev, and G-Man. Those are the only followers in her abortive cult.
That's what you are. You're accuser of the brethren. You're a complete lying piece of shit.
The Shanny cycle is usually whenever someone talks about someone and Shanny hears that it's about the person that she likes, she makes a video where she accuses them of being whatever she accuses them of being. And she blames them for all the BS that's gone on in her life. This is her MO. Hell, her mother can confirm this. I mean, scratch it. Her mother did confirm this in that video she posted directed towards Chris, her ex-husband. She refuses to take responsibility for her actions. That's all I can say. And Rev was agreeing with her.
You are. And I'm not going to apologize to you. And you can go play, oh, I'm the victim. You're not the victim, bitch.
You're not the victim either, Shanny.
Because you know why you're not the victim? Because you literally tell women to fuck off who are raped. Because you stick up for the men who tell them that it didn't happen when they are not even in their life.
What evidence do you have, Shanny? Also, again, I'm going to say this. Steve McCrae's girlfriend said to Nate Brody that she would rather hang out with a serial rapist than talk to him. And Deidre asked her that it was odd that she would say this. Why she would say this. They found it odd that this person would say something that horrendous. And you're just clout chasing on Steve McCrae because you just want attention.
That's who you stick up for. That's who you are, Deidre, as a feminist. A woman who sticks up for the man instead of the woman.
You're not a feminist, Shanny. I am not repeating myself this time.
You're an asshole.
Look who's talking.
Surely an asshole. You're not a feminist. You're a liar.
You're not a feminist either. And you are a liar.
Because if you were a feminist, you would be sticking up for the woman. You would be telling that fucking Nate Brody to shut his goddamn mouth.
Nate Brody, he's a good person, according to Wolf from the Geek Room. He's a lawyer. And he's been on their streams. He's a really decent guy.
And to let the woman be free and speak how she feels about her own fucking assault. And not, oh, I'm down it happened because it fucking piece of shit, Nate Brody. I hope you get COVID.
There's Shanny sending death threats to people. Let's not forget the fact that Shanny also threatened Nancy Pelosi. She also made death threats to Oprah Winfrey. She's made a death threat to Dr. Phil, Alex Jones. She's made countless death threats to people she doesn't like. She even mocked the death of one of Geek Room's members. And she even mocked Fabvik Geeky for getting in a fender bender. Also, she made fun of Charlie Gold for having to be escorted to the police station over a parking citation.
Nate, you rape-enabling piece of shit.
She said the same thing about Irate Alex. Because Irate Alex refused to do a video on Onision, she called him a pedo-enabler. And she was projecting about her own misfortune. So that's where the video ends off. Frankly, the idiot, Shanny the idiot, ended the video off right before she would continue on her tirade because she refused to take responsibility for her actions. And I keep saying it's her own fault. Just be glad I saw this video before she got the opportunity to take it down, because she refuses to accept criticism from other people because she is that petty. And I'm going to end this off. I'm going to check to see if dinner's ready. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Mother's Day. And let me know how it is in the comments. And if you seen this video, I hope you liked it. If you want to see more like this, I would recommend you subscribe to my channel, Rickzilla0825. You can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rickzilla1. You can also follow me on Twitter at RGHaime91. And I hope to see you guys around, so peace out.